We'll all listen to Lindsey Graham from Fox News tonight and discuss on the other side.
It's not necessary for everybody to like each other. I actually like President Trump. He's been very nice to me. He's allowed me to be in his world. He allows me to give my 2 cents worth about different issues when he was president. This is his party. If you don't get that, you missed a lot at CPAC. Donald Trump has the nomination right now, and nobody can take it away from him if he wants to run.
He's allowed me to be in his world. First off, the Little Mermaid called wants her lyric back. But secondly, I want to show you a graphic, AB. This is the straw poll from CPAC. 55% of attendees, respondents, would vote for Trump in a 2024 primary. Interesting number, as is this. 68% of them want Trump to run for president again. 95% want the Republican Party to advance his policies and agenda. This was, as you know all too well, a gathering of the true believers this weekend. If we've agreed that Trumpism is the Republican Party, are you convinced, AB, that Trump is going to remain their guy?
Well, a lot of people like Congressman Kinzinger are hoping that he will fade in favor with each passing month. And I just don't see that. I think that if you look at the way the state and local parties are constructed these days, the whole apparatus was filled with Trump people starting in 2017 after he won. They are completely Trumpian operations. If a Adam Kinzinger member of the Republican Party wanted to come through that system and become a state senator or a congressman or even a Senate candidate for federal office and sought the support of those parties, they would be turned away if they were reality Republicans, if they did not support the big lie, if they did not pledge their support for President Trump in 2024, if they took the January 6th insurrection as what it was, a consequential, deadly attack on the government. And so this is the stranglehold he has on the party. Those numbers, I'm sure, were not what he wanted. I'm sure he wanted more, as he is insatiable, but he's made it clear, get rid of them all, that he has a list. He's going to check it twice, and he's going to use all these party apparatus to, I think, get rid of Liz Cheney in Wyoming and other people in primaries as well. And so while he might be a criminal defendant soon and things might get bleak down the road for him, right now, as Lindsey Graham says, it's time to get on board and stay on board.
And AB, just a quick follow-up. You and I have been around a while. How bracing is it to hear a president rattle off a list of elected members of his own party for scorn?
It's just, we're supposed, what is the expression we continue to use? We're shocked but not surprised. It's really sick. I mean, the idea of naming all those people who already face death threats. We know this from impeachment. And then say at the end, get rid of them all, as if we're living in a third world dictatorship. It's remarkable, but he needs that control. He needs dominance, and he's not going to get a lot of opportunities like the death of Rush Limbaugh, an accident from Tiger Woods, and a CPAC speech to air all these grievances. But he's going to take every opportunity and friendly interview opportunity that he can.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.